All right, how's everybody doing today? Hotep, hey, this is Michael M. Hotep, founder of the African History Network, host of the African History Network show. I'm a talk show researcher, lecturer, writer, and historian. It is Sunday, June 5th, 2022, and we are live. Hey, I just wanted to come on for a couple of minutes. I'm going to teach this online class from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement and Black Power, 1865 to 1968. I'm going to teach another session of this class today. So I want to invite you to join us at our online school, the African History Network School. And you can register for this 10-week online history class that I teach. And I do a PowerPoint presentation. We have book references, articles, video clips, all of that. And we deal with a very crucial period of history. We deal with what leads up to the war taking place. And then we deal with the Civil War. We deal with the Reconstruction Era. We deal with the Jim Crow era, World War I, World War II, Civil Rights Movement, the Black Power Movement. Okay, so the name of this class is from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement and Black Power, 1865 to 1968. We start off with the Louisiana Purchase and the Haitian Revolution. We start off in 1803 with the Louisiana Purchase and the Haitian Revolution. Okay, this is a very crucial period of history. And we look at this history chronologically, okay? This class is a continuation of the first online class that I teach called Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, Understanding the Transatlantic Slave Trade, what they didn't teach you in school. In that class, we deal with thousands of years of history and what leads up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. And we go through and analyze the transatlantic slave trade. In this second 10-week online course that I teach, and we have the information here in the thread of the broadcast, so you can register for the class. You could join us in class today. We're going to start right about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Normally it's 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. In this second class, we look at this crucial period of history, and we look at this history chronologically to understand the laws and policies put in place that lead us to where we are today, lead to the Civil War taking place. We go through and study the Reconstruction Era, 1865, 1877, while Reconstruction ended. And we go through and look at all this cause and effect to understand how we got to where we are today, to understand where we need to go from here, understand the laws and policies that need to be put in place, far beyond just what people think reparations is. We go through and look at that also, but far beyond what most people think reparations is. Don't understand that you also have to change the laws and policies that keep inflicting the harm upon us that needs to be repaired. So we go through and look at all this history holistically and chronologically. Okay, the Reconstruction Era is not properly taught in most schools, if taught at all. There was a recent study from the Zen Education Project that deals with how 45 states out of 50 are not teaching the history of Reconstruction properly. This article here from the Zen Education Project. And we deal with also why Reconstruction ended, the compromise of 1877 between the Republicans and the Democrats that allowed Rutherford B. Hayes to become president, the Republican candidate, and Rutherford B. Hayes agreed to remove the remaining Union troops out of the South if he became president. Okay, and this allowed the white supremacists in the South to take back control of the state legislatures, state government, things like this. Okay, and Reconstruction ends in 1877. This article here from June 12, 2022, from Time Magazine, a new report finds that 45 states are failing to teach students about the period that shaped race relations after the Civil War. Very quickly here in this article, it says, in the aftermath of the insurrection a year ago at the U.S. Capitol, January 6, 2021 insurrection, many leading historians drew parallels between the violence in the Reconstruction era, the period of political revolution directly following the American Civil War. Quote, the events we saw reminded me very much of the Reconstruction era and the overthrow of Reconstruction, which was often accompanied or accomplished, I should say, by violent assaults on elected officials, We're going to see this during the Reconstruction era, and this is going to be one of the reasons why the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871, which is the third of the four enforcement acts during the Reconstruction era, why that was made law, to crack down on the Ku Klux Klan and Klan-like domestic terrorist organizations who were attacking African-American elected officials, attacking African-Americans trying to vote, as well as white Republican elected officials. So this was said by Eric Foner, Pulitzer Prize winning historian and author of Reconstruction, America's Unfinished Revolution, 1863 to 1877. He said this in an interview with the New Yorker published a week after the January 6th insurrection. Now, scholars say studying the aftermath of the Civil War can help put in context many of the most seminal events in the U.S. in recent years, from the brutal murder of George Floyd by police in 2020, May 25th, 2020, to the voter suppression laws enacted after Black voters played a big role in helping Joe Biden and Kamala Harris be elected president and vice president in 2020. But despite the timeliness of the era in today's climate, despite the timeliness of studying the Reconstruction era and also post-Reconstruction, the Jim Crow era as well, and the laws put in place by the state legislatures and the state legislatures rewriting the state constitutions to impose poll taxes and literacy tests to suppress the African-American vote, because during Reconstruction, there were about 2,000 African-American men who got elected to statewide office and got elected to local office. But even you had about close to 20 African-American men in Congress, Congress, and then in the U.S. Senate, But despite the timeliness of the era in today's climate, many students in American schools will not get a full education on Reconstruction until they get to college. Well, the problem is many of them are not going to go to college, and so they're not going to get this type of education. All right, so we deal with all this in this 10-week online class that I teach. We do this on Sundays, normally 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm running behind schedule today. So as soon as I finish this, we're going to start. You can join us in class today. Today, we're going to talk about the Missouri Compromise of 1820, because we're going to look at these efforts to keep a civil war from taking place also. There were efforts that took place to keep a civil war from taking place. So we're going to look at the Missouri Compromise of 1820. We'll look at Texas winning its independence in 1836. We'll look at the Mexican-American War of 1846 to 1848 and the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo of 1848 also. And the U.S. is going to get the territory from Mexico that makes up California, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Nevada. They get all this for about $15 million as a result of the Mexican-American War. And then this is going to lead to the Compromise of 1850, which consisted of 5 bills to organize the territory that the U.S. gets from Mexico. And the 5th bill in the Compromise of 1850 was the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. So last class, we talked some about the Fugitive Slave Acts of 1793 and 1850. We know Article 4, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution laid the foundation for the Fugitive Slave Act of 1793 and the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. So we deal with what leads up to the Civil War taking place in this class. Then we deal with the Civil War, Reconstruction, 1865, 1877. We deal with the Jim Crow era. We deal with why Reconstruction ended, the Compromise of 1877, Jim Crow era, Great Migration, 1915, 1970, World War I, World War II, Civil Rights Movement, and Black Power Movement. So we look at history from 1803 to 1968. So the class is on sale. $60, regularly $130. You can register right here for it. You can join us in class today. We do the sessions live. All the sessions are archived and recorded. You can go back and watch them anytime. We do the sessions live. All the sessions are archived and recorded. You can go back and watch it anytime. So 2 years from now, if you want to go back and watch the entire class, you'll be able to do that. It's archived there. So we have this information at our website, also AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. As soon as you register, you can watch last week's class. It's archived information for you to watch also. You get some bonus content. And then the class I teach on Saturdays Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, understanding the transatlantic slave trade, what they didn't teach you in school. We had a great class yesterday. That's on sale, $60, regularly $130. We have a bundle pack, course bundle pack on sale for $100. It's a $360 value. There's a lot of bonuses you get, and you get 15 of my lectures and a bonus also in digital format. So we have the bundle pack here, also at our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. I just posted a link for the bundle. It's also in the description of this broadcast, the link for the bundle pack. You can register for that and join us in class today as well. If you've taken any of my online classes in the past, email me at ahnshow@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, ahnshow@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You get a 50% discount. All right. Okay, look, I have to get out of here and teach this class. Also, I'll be live tonight, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the African History Network show on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation WFDF here in Detroit. And we'll be here live on 9:10 a.m. We'll be here on Facebook, the African History Network, and YouTube, Michael M. Hotep, IMHOTEP. Download the iHeartRadio app. You can listen to 9:10 a.m. Superstation WFDF live there around the clock. Also search for the African History Network show on iHeartRadio. I have my own channel there, and we have there about 300 of our audio podcasts. You can support the African History Network, $, the AHN show through Cash App, $, the AHN show through Cash App, also through PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN show, paypal.me/the AHN show. This helps us keep doing the research, stay on the air, keep broadcasting, pay some of the bills, etc. This is our official Cash App account, $, the AHN show, SHOW. When you go to it, it says Michael and shows my picture there. These other ones are fake African History Network Cash App accounts. I'm trying to get them shut down. I've launched the investigation with the Cash App, so they're investigating this, but these other ones are fake African History Network Cash App accounts that have been stealing money from us. That's not me. We also have the yellow donate button there as well. Okay, so you can join us in class today. You can register for this 10-week online class from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement and Black Power, 1865 to 1968. All right, we have to get out of here. Right now, it's correct wrong behavior. It's not over till we win Wakanda forever.